Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about Generative AI, reshaping the future of education. In an era when technology is booming and plays an essential role in all walks of life, Generative AI is reshaping the future of education. I choose to talk about this topic because we students are right at the center of this change. Generative AI is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it enhances learning efficiency by creating personalized learning schedules. On the other hand, it challenges traditional teaching methods and even the role of teachers, while also raising some ethical issues that we still need to talk about and figure out. So in this podcast, I will talk about what generative AI is, how it is changing traditional learning patterns, and what we should keep in mind as we move forward. The first part is, what exactly is generative AI? It is a type of artificial intelligence that analyzes huge amounts of data and learns patterns from it. That ability makes it really popular among students. They use it to generate new ideas for their assignment, get detailed solutions to difficult math problems, and find all kinds of learning materials that go beyond what they can get in the classroom. The next part is how generative AI helps students learn better. Research shows that bringing generative AI into classrooms actually boosts students' motivation and encourages them to learn more independently. For example, some language learning apps now using AI to create conversations that fit each student's level. Students can practice speaking anytime they want, and the AI gives them instant feedback on pronunciation and grammar. As a result, they will correct and improve themselves without delay. Plus, generative AI can give feedbacks that's really precise and tailored to each student's needs, which not only makes learning more efficient, but also helps them build a stronger knowledge base. The third part is, although generative AI brings a lot of good benefits, it also brings some problems, like academic plagiarism and a lack of critical thinking. Some students may use it in the wrong way, just to get a high grade or feel successful, even though that's actually academic misconduct. And if they rely too much on AI, they might stop thinking for themselves. It's also easy to get distracted by AI because it feels new and interesting compared to traditional ways of learning. Some people even think teachers could be replaced by generative AI. But what they don't realize is that AI can't provide that kind of emotional and psychological support that teachers can. Teachers are better at noticing when students are struggling with some problems, and they play a key role in helping students develop social and emotional skills through real human interaction. Right now, AI is still a long way from being able to do that. The fourth part is, what about ethics? Who owns the work? We also can't ignore the ethical question that come with using generative AI. For example, if a student uses AI to write an essay or create something new, who owns the copyright? Does it belong to the student or to the AI? That's still something we are trying to figure out. And there's another thing. AI gives answers based on the data it was trained on. But if the data is biased, then the answer will be biased too. That means students who aren't think critically could be easily misled or even encouraged to do something crazy without control. The fifth part is the future outlook and the recommendations of generative AI. The future of generative AI in education is both promising and challenging. For instance, some schools are testing AI tutors that help students with homework after class. These tutors can explain difficult concepts in many ways until the student can understand it. This method definitely helps us learn more efficiently, gives us access to various learning materials, and lets us study in a way that fits our own pace. But it also brings risks, like cheating and tricking ethical situations. In the end, maybe the best approach is to use AI as a helpful assistant, not a replacement for our own critical thinking. We should make the most of what its benefits, but always keeps an eye on its potential problems. That way, we are not just use AI to give us answers. Instead, we are using it as a tool to dig deeper, challenge ideas, and build our own problem-solving skills. The goal is to make technology a partner in learning. We can divide this process into small steps. For example, when we are assigned to write an essay, we can use AI to help us generate some ideas which is related to the question. But we should not let it complete the whole essay for us. Then we should critical thinking about the ideas and organize them into our own logic and words. Thanks for listening.